Hello, everybody. All 8 to 12 of my viewers, or maybe sometimes 15, 16 views. Sometimes, for some reason, I'll do something and it gets like I'll do a really short video of a jet taking off and it goes to 200 or 300 views. And I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what the difference between that and like the myriads of other jet videos that I have of jets taking off. Oh, wow. They're bringing, it looks like the Dassault. The, there's the airport, I believe, not the airport, but somebody owns one or two Dassault Falcons. I think it's a Falcon. It's a tri-jet, and whew, man, they are something. You can criticize France for a lot of things, but they've been aviators just about as long as we have been. The Wright brothers discovered the secrets of powered flight, but people were flying gliders and a lot of that for, I don't know, I'm going to say at least 2 decades before. So that was 1903, so 1893, from 1880s on, yeah, flying gliders. When my species, our species, is, in my opinion, is so screwed up. But one thing that we have is this desire and this quest for knowledge. It's remarkable, and perhaps the greatest quality of our species is ingenuity and curiosity and determination. Like, for example, the Wright brothers, they knew powered flight was possible, and once they realized that, there was no turning back for them. And that's the way it is with Elon Musk, who I want to talk about a little bit right now, because tomorrow is the fourth quarter earnings numbers release for fourth quarter of 2022 earnings release for Tesla. It's the numbers will be released after the market closes tomorrow. Today is January 24th, 2023. Tuesday. Tomorrow is January 25th, 2023. Wednesday. And the numbers will be released as soon as the market closes at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I hold my breath and watch what's happening to the stock. And, friends tell me, I'm 71 years old, and friends say, hey, man, you should be more conservative in your investment strategy, man. At your age, I said, at my age, I should be more conservative? I totally disagree. Because I've learned a lot, especially since I've retired. This is so, you wonder, what am I laughing about? Well, usually when you hear a story like that, it's the other way around. People do this stuff when they're young, and they take all kinds of risks and chances. And okay, so I'm doing it at 71. People ask me why. I said, well, it's pretty simple. If I'm wrong when I invest, it's not going to affect my life all that much, the quality of my life. I live in a really run-down, cheap efficiency apartment with my pal over here. Hey, Harvey, you want to say hi to everybody? I wonder if you guys can see him. You see that dog? Hey, come on, say hi to your fans. Hey, there he is. A 14-year-old dog. 14 years old. He's older than me in dog years, or in people years. At 14 in dog years, you're like in your 90s, I think. So I'm not that old yet. I don't know. I doubt that I'm going to make it to 90. I didn't think I'd make it to 70, though, much less 71. So Tesla numbers tomorrow. So what is all the angst about? Well, Tesla, they had this narrative going along, and it was true, that they couldn't meet demand. It was a great time to be invested in the company because, and when I say it was a great time, like it's a long time ago, not a long time ago. We're talking like, well, the company almost went under twice. Most recently in 2018, when he finally got the design and the production facility set up for the Model 3, which was going to be the first mass-produced car that Tesla would offer to the masses. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant concept and design. And nobody talked about what is happening with these cars, these Tesla automobiles. Okay, they're an automobile. Okay, so they run on a battery. That's good. That's clever. What else? Anything else? Yeah, there's a lot more. Every car sends back data information to Tesla's supercomputer back at their headquarters, and they use that information from all the cars that they've sold that are out on the road. They use that information to update their artificial intelligence powered full self-driving. And when I first heard about it, I was thinking, that's interesting, because I would love full self-driving. I would love to have that option. And when it becomes available, it's going to be 100 times safer than the human experience of driving. 100 times safer. 40,000 people a year are killed on our highways now, which I think is an abomination. Nobody gives a shit. Too bad for them. Okay, I'm going to still drive 100 miles an hour. Get the hell out of my way, man. And people turn into monsters. They get behind the wheel of their car. It's amazing. They get out from behind the wheel of their car. They're beautiful. They're wonderful. They're so caring. They get behind the wheel of their car. Oh, you can't get in front of me. I'm going to go fast. I'm going to do 150 miles an hour. Now get out of my way. The human condition. But anyway, so this quality that we have as a species to always explore, to always push the boundaries, always push the envelope of knowledge. And Tesla is doing that on so many levels. So there's been a little bit of a buildup of competition, really not much competition, but the Tesla product is expensive. Not many people can afford it. I mean, their average, I think the Model 3 is the least expensive one. I'm not going to talk about the limited production Models S and X and the Roadster. And the Semi. The Semi. Oh, that thing is totally rad. Totally rad, man. Totally rad. That thing's incredible. Disruptor. Elon is the disruptor. He should be a superhero with a big D. And that doesn't stand for Dick. Okay, that stands for disruptor. The disruptor. He's the superhero known as the disruptor. He should have I'm not sure how tight-fitting of a superhero outfit that he wants, because he's gotten a little bit heavy. Go for it. Good for you, Elon. Just don't have a heart attack and die, man, because I'm screwed if you do. Okay? Don't die. Anyway, so demand. So if you ordered a Tesla in the middle of last year, you'd be looking at, or let's say the beginning of last year, let's say January 2022, and you order a Tesla, you could be waiting up to a year, 6 months at least. So that's the demand was far outstretching the supply. Well, he worked on that and he solved that issue. It's solved. Okay, so if you want to buy a Tesla, except for the Cybertruck, which really hasn't been released, and even the semis are going to take a while, but that issue on the Model 3 and the Model Y is solved. So when he puts his mind to solving a problem, it doesn't take that long for him to get to the answer and put it into operation and into effect. It's amazing. Just look what he did with the Model 3 in 2018. He set up an assembly line in the parking lot at Fremont, California, which is where the factory still is, and he set up a tent assembly line in the parking lot to get these Model 3s produced. I mean, he was either going to get the Model 3 produced and produce in mass and in scale, or the company was through. And that was 2018. He contacted Tim Cook at Apple and asked him if he wanted to buy the company. And Tim Cook is no stinking genius. I don't know what he is. Frankly, I don't think he's a very good CEO. He doesn't think like Steve Jobs at all. Steve Jobs would be thinking about, hey, the next thing, and brainstorm. What's next? They do that at Tesla all the time. Agile. That's a project management certification, and it's called Agile. And his entire approach to manufacturing and innovation is based on that Agile concept. So if you work for Tesla on that assembly line, but now they need you over there, hey, stop working over here and go over there and help them. And they make sure you're cross-trained. So, you're actually making a contribution. Anyway, so demand and supply. So this time last year, the demand far outstretched the supply. it takes him a little bit of time to turn something like that around, but he turned it around. And so observers started noticing Tesla cars accumulating in the parking lots at the factories. And so there was this hype, this fear, uncertainty, and doubt spread by the mainstream. Don't listen to the mainstream media. But if you do, temper it with other experts that are on YouTube. And there's some real experts on YouTube that'll give you the straight story. And you can take, and balance it out, and, the good and the bad. But there's so much good about Tesla. I can't go into it all right now, but they're solving some problems that are really important to get solved. Really, really important. So the supply now meets or exceeds the demand, right? It's a double-edged sword. Okay, well, we don't want too much supply sitting around without moving it. Tesla's moving it. And they've played with their numbers. And starting, I don't know, what was it, beginning of January? Well, there was the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act, that was going to give a lot of discounts to electric vehicles, but it favored General Motors. Anything that favors General Motors, I'm against. Anything. I hate that company with a passion. Can you tell them a disgruntled customer? Good grief. I don't know how they maintain their customer base. I don't get it. But anyway. So, and so all this hype is coming out. Oh, Tesla, first the hype was, oh, they can't make the deliveries. They can't meet the demand. They suck. And now the hype is, oh, they don't have enough demand. They've got too much inventory. They're overproducing. They suck. That's the mainstream media. Oh, God, this is amazing. But okay, tomorrow, just so you know where I'm coming from on that, and this is pretty much generally where all the retail investors in Tesla are coming from. What do you buy into? What don't you buy into? Don't buy into the negative hype. Not at this point. Now, anybody that rode the downfall last year of Tesla from April, and it just got worse as the year went on, man. You saw your portfolio go down in value. I did. And I got rid of some of my crypto holdings, proxy crypto holdings, right? Not the actual crypto, but crypto holdings. Well, everything went in the tank in the last 6 to 8 months of last year. That was the end of the 4-year cycle. I'll talk about that. That's another subject. But so the month of December, a month ago, Tesla, if you look at their chart, I believe it's on a daily chart. Just like if you're looking for this, you just go to any place where you can get a good graph, and you can select daily, so every day, just a chart on Tesla, November and December, and you just can't believe how straight down it went. Well, that was all hype. That was all hype. People got scared for some reason that, oh, the demand isn't there anymore. Are you kidding? All you got to do is dig that deep, and the demand is just always going to be there for this kind of product, which is quality and beauty and functionality. I don't have to, if I can get a Tesla, I don't have to be concerned about what's going on with the engine, because there is no engine. How beautiful is that? The things are fast, they're adroit, they're nimble. I mean, it's just, what a product they got. And so the CEO of Toyota was saying, well, batteries are restricted by the range. Well, a gasoline vehicle is restricted by the range too. It's quicker to put some gas in your car than it is to wait for a battery charge. But that's a small trade-off for the benefits, such as you'll never have to pay for brakes again in a Tesla. But anyway, getting back to supply and demand. So at the beginning of this month, let's just say beginning of January, Tesla dropped their prices because everybody's talking about the competition. Oh, the competition's the Tesla killers are here. They're horrible, man. All you got to do is just scratch the surface. You can see how bad they are. It's just amazing. Sandy Munro, go see what he thinks of the competition. He's a guy that tears apart all the cars that he gives reviews on, tears them completely down to see how they're made. And when he tore down the first Model 3 back in 2018, Elon Musk listened to him. He said, you should do this and this and this and this, and you got these problems here. Every single thing he suggested, Elon Musk got it done and got it implemented, because their production facilities are agile. In other words, they can change on the fly. Is that beautiful? So the demand. So Tesla drops their prices beginning of January, and that's when the benefits of the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act, go into effect. And so there's pressure. But the margins, that's it. Okay. The margin, Tesla's margin on their automotive products is anywhere between 25 and 30%, and that's insane. They were making $15,000 a car in profit, whatever they were selling them for. Anywhere between 40 and 55,000, in that range. $15,000 of that price was profit. So people say, and now the hype is, they're lowering their prices. That means their margins are going to be compromised. Somewhat, but he has done everything perfectly. He's got complete vertical integration in his company. So all this stuff about supply chain problems and chip shortage, they make their own chips, and he's got the supply locked in from contracts that he signed 2-3 years ago with raw materials suppliers. He's got that covered. He's got it covered. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, all right. So the margin. So you go to buy a Tesla, you're going to get a discount from Tesla. They drop their prices, and a possible additional discount from the IRA Act, right? The Inflation Reduction Act, like $7,500 credit, tax credit. That could lower the price of a Model 3 down to like $33,000. And people say, well, okay, well, their margins are going to be hit. They're not going to be making as much money. They're not making it. Well, the other car companies aren't making diddly. They are making zero. The only electric car companies in the world that make electric cars and are making money are Tesla and BYD. Tesla's based in the United States. BYD is a Chinese electric car manufacturer, and they're doing pretty good too. But they don't have, they've got like a 2 or 3% margin. General Motors is like around 7% or something like that. But they're losing money. They haven't made any money on electric vehicles. No other company on the planet is making money on pure electric vehicles. BYD manufactures hybrids also. So, that kind of groups in a car with, a gasoline car with a battery is what that is, a hybrid. Let me keep my train of thought here. The margin. All right, so the margin. So you're saving, at this point, $15,000 off the price, right? Well, you start looking at the options that are available when you're putting your order in, and you're thinking, oh, that'd be nice. That's extra, and I'll get that. If you buy the full self-driving option, which is pure software, and man, they are like that close to getting that thing perfected. They're really close. A lot of people use it already. It's so much easier. If you buy that, that's $15,000 extra. Okay, there's your margin. When there's no increase in cost to Tesla if you buy that software, right? It's pure margin. The software for full self-driving. There's a few others. You can upgrade a little bit. Like if you see that you're saved $15,000, you're buying something that's really important to you. It's probably going to be your second most expensive thing to buy in your life. And you're going to be using it, it's going to be part of your life. And so you might want, an extra 100 miles of range. Okay, that'd be an upgrade. You might want motors on the front and the back. Okay, well, that's an upgrade. So there's upgrades. So those upgrades are going to diminish the effect of the price cuts. And they can do this because their margins are so big. So now they've put pressure on all the other companies, car companies. Whoa, people can buy a Tesla for the same amount or less than a gasoline car. Yo, man. I mean, they've been grabbing market shares. They're eating the legacy car companies breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they're going to go after the midnight snack too, Tesla, and they'll get it. So I just wanted to make that abundantly clear about this margin question that everybody's hanging on for the numbers call tomorrow, for the quarterly numbers call tomorrow, and it's it's cool, man. I just, maybe I don't have enough excitement in my life. I don't know. Hey, Jerry, what's going on, man? What are you looking forward to? Anything? I can't wait till the Tesla numbers come out tomorrow. there's, there's excitement in my life. Hey, Harvey's excited too. Look, look. Where are you, Harvey? Hey, look at him. I don't know. Can you see him? Harvey. Hey. Show everybody how excited you are. How excited are you? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's a beautiful day here in southeastern Pennsylvania. It's cool, to say the least. It's like, right now it's like 40 degrees, I guess, and it's closing on 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But it's Cavu. From right here, anyway. There's a few scattered clouds on the horizon, but it's pretty much a Cavu situation here. So, ow, oh, jeez. I cramp up, man. My hands. You see this? That is a Irish disease known as Dupuytren's contraction, and I've got it on both hands, and it's an affliction that's unique to the populace of the British Isles and somewhat into the Scandinavian countries too, but mostly the British Isles. Why, I don't know, but that was my right hand I just showed you. Here's my left hand. That's even worse. There's nothing you can do about it either. So, You want to see a gross-looking little finger? Google Alan Page. He is a defensive lineman for the Minnesota Vikings, all-pro. Man, what a stud! And he is. I'm not sure if he's. He might be a politician or a mayor or something like that in Minnesota. I'm not sure. But they were interviewing him on Sunday morning not too long ago, and he showed him the little finger. This little finger got broken a number of times playing football, and now it's like, it looks like a, I don't know. It doesn't look like a finger. It doesn't look like a finger. Hey, can you show me something that looks like a finger? Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys are getting a few laughs today. My daily goal of making a woman smile and laugh, I am right there. I'm right there on that number. Some days I'll come up empty, and then the next day I might have 2 or 3 success times doing that. But laugh and smile, or make somebody else laugh and smile, and that'll make you smile too. I hope you guys have a great day and a great week. And go Eagles, go, baby, come on. Niners are not going to be a pushover, that's for damn sure. Peace.